Good morning, and welcome to the Schrödinger second quarter 2020 earnings conference call. It is now my pleasure to turn the call over to Schrödinger team. Please go ahead.
Thank you, everyone, for joining the Schrödinger call to review our most recent financial results. We had a very strong second quarter, building on the momentum of our first quarter. As you'll hear from Karen, we are making excellent progress on our 5 internal wholly owned drug discovery programs and have achieved important milestones with several of our biotech and pharma collaborators. Also, as Joel will describe later on the call, we saw very strong revenue growth in our software business and we continue to make significant progress on the science that underlies our differentiated computational platform. As further validation of our technology and business model, we saw 2 important developments since our last call. Petra Pharma was acquired, a testament to the strength of the assets discovered by leveraging our computational platform.
페트라 파마는 2017년 암과 대사질환에 대한 치료제를 슈뢰딩거 프로그램을 통해 개발하기로 했던 제약사입니다. 이 제약사가 2020년 5월 14일 비공개 인수자에 갑자기 인수되자 현재 슈뢰딩거 CEO는 이를 두고 우리 프로그램으로 진행하던 신약 발굴 프로그램이 잘 될 기미가 보이니 인수된 거 아니냐며 그 가능성을 말하고 있는 셈입니다.
And Relay Therapeutics had a very successful IPO in July. These milestones build on the success we've seen at Nimbus Therapeutics and Morphic Therapeutic and demonstrate our continued ability to derive value from our portfolio of biotech equity stakes. In a moment, Joel will expand on the financials in greater detail, but top line, we achieved total revenue of $23.1 million in the second quarter, which represents 21% growth over the second quarter of 2019. Underpinning this top-line growth was software revenue of $20.9 million, an increase of 44% compared to the second quarter last year. This growth is a clear sign our customers are engaging more deeply with our platform. Importantly, we're also adding new material science customers, an area we think will become increasingly meaningful in the coming years as the industry continues to recognize the potential of computational methods. As part of our ongoing efforts to deepen our software solutions for material science applications, we entered into a 3-year agreement in June with Gates Ventures to develop and apply novel, accurate atomistic simulation methods to improve battery performance. We remain strongly committed to advancing the science that underlies our computational platform. I'll now turn the call over to Karen for an update on our drug discovery programs.
Thank you, Rami. Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to share an update on the continued progress across our portfolio of drug discovery collaborations and our pipeline of internal wholly owned programs. We continue to see the profound impact of our physics-based methods, including FEP+, deep learning, and ultra-large-scale compound enumeration, on the efficiency and speed of our programs, as well as our ability to address difficult design challenges. We have leveraged these methods extensively in the development of our internal pipeline, which has rapidly advanced since we launched our first program in mid-2018. We are delighted with the rapid pace with which our MALT1 molecules are progressing. Just over a year into the program and a quarter ahead of schedule, our leads are on track to begin non-GLP tox in the coming months, followed by GLP tox studies early in 2021. Now, I'll turn it over to Joel.
Thank you, Karen. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to review our second quarter results. As you heard from Rami and Karen, we are executing on our strategy across our business. In the second quarter, we continued to see strong momentum, recording $23.1 million in total revenue, an increase of 21% compared to the second quarter of 2019. Our software business powered the results, delivering $20.9 million in revenue, which represents 44% growth versus the second quarter of 2019. We also continued to see increasing adoption of LiveDesign, our project management enterprise solution for drug discovery. LiveDesign plays an essential role in our integrated platform offerings, and this solution can be especially powerful in fully remote work environments that many of our customers are still experiencing. With regard to the COVID-19 crisis, while we did not experience any material impact to our software business in the first half, certain risks have been identified that, if materialized, could affect the growth of our software business in the second half of the year. Customers, particularly those in hard-hit industries, could come under budgetary pressures, which could impact our software sales growth. Software sales could also be affected by the limited ability to engage with customers in person as the crisis continues. On the discovery side of our business, we achieved revenues of $2.2 million in the second quarter compared to $4.5 million in the same quarter last year. As we've discussed previously, these revenues depend upon the timing of program milestones and are expected to vary significantly from period to period. This quarter, we continue to see broad advancement of our collaborative programs, many of which we expect will lead to milestones and associated revenues in future periods. In some cases, we are experiencing variability in certain collaboration program timelines impacted by COVID-19 that could result in delays in reaching certain milestones and impact the timing of revenue in the second half of 2020. Turning to our internal programs, we are moving rapidly through late-stage discovery, as you heard from Karen, and we are on track to begin our first IND-enabling studies early next year. In the quarter, we also saw significant returns from our collaborations that are reflected in other income in the P&L. One of our collaborators, Petra Pharma Corp., was acquired in June, which resulted in a $4.2 million gain in the quarter. As part of the acquisition, we received $4.6 million in cash from our share of an upfront payment related to our equity stake in Petra. We are also eligible to receive potential earnouts tied to the achievement of specified development, regulatory, and commercial milestones, in addition to being eligible to continue to earn revenue under the terms of our original collaboration agreement. Also, our equity holdings in Morphic Therapeutics resulted in a $10.3 million gain in the quarter, reflecting Morphic's stock price appreciation. In a subsequent event to the second quarter, Relay Therapeutics successfully completed an IPO in July. We anticipate that we will record a gain in the third quarter commensurate with the approximately 422,000 shares owned by Schrödinger, and these will be marked to market each quarter.
슈뢰딩거가 릴레이에 약 1,700만 달러의 지분을 갖고 있기 때문에 릴레이의 주가도 유심히 살펴보아야겠습니다. 릴레이는 소프트뱅크 비전펀드로부터 4억 달러를 모금했던 단백질 운동에 초점을 둔 신약 개발 업체입니다. 릴레이는 신약 발굴 플랫폼은 물리학 기반이 아니기 때문에 슈뢰딩거의 직접적 경쟁사라 보긴 힘들며 비공식적으로 연구하는 회사죠. 현재 파이프라인은 위와 같습니다. 2020년 1분기에 한 파이프라인이 일상에 돌입했습니다.
Operating expenses were $30.7 million for the quarter, up 29% versus the same period of 2019, primarily reflecting the continued investment in research and development for the advancement of our technology platform and support of our internal drug discovery programs. Loss from operations was $17.1 million in the quarter versus $14 million in the second quarter of 2019, driven primarily by the increased investment in research and development. With that, we would like to open the call to your questions.
And a question on the software business. When you look at the proportion of on-premise versus hosted software, where do you see that distribution going, and is that a potential driver of revenues?
All right. Oh, Joel, did you want to take that?
Sure, I can take that. Thanks, Doe. So actually in the quarter we saw healthy growth from both on-premise and hosted software, 29% and 21% respectively. And on-premise still represents a majority of our revenue base, so 53% this quarter. Hosted was 11%. I just remind everybody that we, under our hosted solutions, really we host only access to our license. We don't actually host the heavy computational work that is done actually by our customers' own computers or their own instances on the cloud. And so economically, over the life of the contracts, we're fairly indifferent between whether our customers choose to enter into contracts through an on-premise arrangement or a hosted arrangement.
이 CFO의 답변에 따르면 고객들의 내부 연산 데이터를 모아 신약 개발을 위한 빅데이터를 구축하는 것은 애초에 하지 않나 봅니다. 온프레미스와 호스팅 매출을 구분하는 것은 앞으로 큰 의미가 없다고 생각해야겠습니다.
Great, thank you. And last question on the Relay.
equity. Is there an ongoing relationship with that company? Are you involved in their platform or drug discovery? And are there any economics in that pipeline?
There are economics, Joe. This is Rami. But with regard to the ongoing relationship, that's actually not something that we can comment on, given confidentiality between the companies.
마지막으로 게이트 벤처스로부터 선불금이 있었는지에 대한 질문이 있었습니다. 여기에 슈뢰딩거는 3년 계약으로 현재 $100만 받았으며 매년 $100만 앞으로 2년간 더 받을 것이라 합니다. 새롭게 언급된 것이 많은 슈뢰딩거 어닝콜이었습니다. 현재 전체 주식수의 10%에 해당하는 대규모 유상증자 소식에 주가와 변동성이 심하지만 자금 확보를 통해 자체 파이프라인에 대한 통제권을 유지하고 유망한 리드에 대해 다음 단계로 나아가기 위해 대규모 유상증자를 단행한 것으로 보입니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 좋아요와 구독은 제작에 큰 힘이 됩니다. 감사합니다.